Hey everybody, this is Perch, and you had to know at least at some level that this was going to happen. So, yeah, I'm playing with ChatGPT, and we have all these conversations about how to help comics, how to help storylines. Well, it's time to submit to our AI overlords. We're just going to give this a shot here right now. So, as you all know, of course, I'm a big fan of the X-Men. I love those comics for a long time, and I haven't been thrilled with the current Krakoa storyline, and I get the feeling that Marvel would like to do something different too. So, I figured, rather than continue to complain, let's let ChatGPT and AI help us out and help Marvel out to get out of this current storyline. So what we're going to do, we can ask ChatGPT. If you haven't played with this, it's chat.openai.com. And we're just going to say, write me a conclusion to the current X-Men Krakoa storyline that restores the comic to its former greatness. Okay? Nothing simple. Actually, and I'm going to put Marvel in here just in case it's kind of dumb. Write a conclusion to the current Marvel X-Men Krakoa storyline that restores the comic to its former greatness. All right, shall we try it? Let's see what it says. All right. The current Marvel X-Men Krakoa storyline has been an epic journey full of twists, turns, and some of those beloved characters and comics. However, as the story reaches its conclusion, it's time to restore the comic to its former greatness and set the stage for even greater adventures to come. After a series of intense battles and heart-wrenching sacrifices, the X-Men have finally emerged victorious. With the help of their new allies, they've saved the world from a dire threat and established Krakoa as a new nation for mutants to call home. But the victory has come at a great cost. Many beloved characters have been lost. The X-Men themselves have been forced to confront difficult truths about their past and present. As they pick up the pieces and begin to rebuild, they'll need to work together like never before to overcome the challenges that lie ahead. At the heart of this new era for the X-Men is a renewed sense of hope and optimism. They've been through the worst and come out the other side stronger than ever before. With a new sense of purpose and renewed commitment to their mission, they're ready to face whatever challenges the future may bring. As the dust settles and the final pages turn, readers can rest assured that the X-Men are back and better than ever. The rich history and even richer future, this iconic comic is poised to continue entertaining and inspiring fans for years to come. All right, well, that's not really a story, but it is a pitch. And it does make me think that some of Marvel's press releases are already being produced by ChatGPT. It would make sense. So let me see if I can kind of narrow this down a little bit. Let's see. What villains can the X-Men face to help the comic be more exciting? Okay, let's try this question. What villains can X-Men face to help the comic be? The X-Men faced a wide variety of villains throughout their history, each with their own powers and motivations. However, a few potential villains that can help make the X-Men comic more exciting. Mr. Sinister. All right, well, okay, they're going right there. Master Geneticist, the Brood. Okay, they're currently in the X-Men comics right now. Apocalypse. All right, he went good. Okay, make 4 letters. Shadow King. All right. We're getting the top villains here. All right. Omega Red. Omega Red's currently in X-Force. All right. What else do we got? These are just a few of the many potential villains the X-Men could face in the future. Each would bring their own unique challenges, set of abilities, providing opportunities for exciting and dynamic storytelling. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a couple ideas. I admit, if it was the X-Men, they were facing Sinister, Brood, Apocalypse, Shadow King, Omega Red. That'd be quite a bit. So, but still, I don't feel like we're really getting to the heart of it. So let's see. What creators would be best for Marvel's X-Men to restore the comic to greatness? And I'm going to actually change creators here to be very specific. Let's say writers and artists. Okay. Let's see what it says. What writers and artists are we like best for X-Men? Long and storied history in comics, many writers and artists have left their mark in the franchise. Okay, here are the creators. All right, Jonathan Hickman. Here we go. We're saying bring back Hickman. He's the one who got us into this Krakoa mess. All right. Chris Claremont, sure. All right, this makes sense. Legendary writer. Claremont's doing little things to the X-Men right now. Jim Lee. All right, we're going to go poach Jim Lee from DC. Makes sense. This feels like more of a school report, I admit. Grant Morrison. Oh, okay. We're going to get Grant Morrison back. All right, who else do we have? We got 1 artist, 3 writers. Oliver Capil. All right. This is a work on House of M. This is the ChatGPT is a fan of Oliver Capil. Well, who isn't? Okay, this is what we got. So we have a team up of Hickman, Claremont, Grant Morrison on writing duties, and Jim Lee and Oliver Capil. Well, I got to admit, if you relaunched the X-Men 2 comics, and you had this group on it, I mean, that no doubt about it, that would sell incredibly well. All right, how do you get around the X-Men being unable to die in the comics without the stories being dull? I'm going to put meaningless. We'll try that. All right. What do you have to say about this big problem? This is a big problem. The X-Men, okay, history returning from the dead, or being brought back to life in some way. While this can sometimes make it feel like there are no stakes in the story, there are ways the X-Men's deaths can feel meaningful and impactful. By all means, let's get this to the writers right away. One approach is to emphasize the emotional impact of a character's death rather than just the physical act of dying. By exploring how the other characters react to the loss of a team member, the story can show their absence has real consequences for the X-Men and the world around them. This can also provide an opportunity for character growth and development as other members of the team must learn to cope with their grief and continue on without their fallen comrade. All right, that's true. Another approach is to introduce new characters to the team, make them integral to the story. By creating new characters, unique powers, and personalities, X-Men can continue to explore new themes and ideas while keeping the core team intact. Yeah, that's true. Finally, the writers can explore the idea of consequences, the impact of the X-Men's actions on the world around them by showing how the team's actions have real-world ramifications and how their choices can lead to unintended consequences. The story can maintain a sense of stake and make the X-Men actions feel meaningful. Ultimately, the key to keeping the X-Men stories from feeling meaningless is to focus on the characters and their emotional journeys and to create a sense of consequences and real-world impact to their actions. Okay, so here's where the AI is getting it pretty clear. The key to keeping the X-Men stories from being meaningless is to focus on the characters and their emotional journeys and to create a sense of consequences and real-world impact for their actions. By doing so, writers can keep the X-Men's adventures exciting and engaging, even in the face of death and resurrection. It's a powerful paragraph, actually, that came out of the AI bot there. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem with a lot of comics right now. There is no sense of consequences in real-world action. So, focusing on this stuff does make sense. Well, let's try two more things real quick. What is the perfect X-Men team look like? What does the perfect X-Men team look like? All right, we're going to give this a shot. What does the perfect X-Men team? Tell us, AI bot, what does the perfect X-Men team look like? All right, it can vary depending on personal preference. Thank you, Fence Sitter. All right. Diverse power. Okay, we're not getting characters. Okay, diverse power and abilities. Fine. Diverse personality. I'm just going to just use the word diverse over and over again. All right. Stop. Leadership. This needs a strong leader. Okay. Stop. Which are the best characters to be on the X-Men team? Okay, we're going to try. I want people. I do not want, okay, long storied history, blah, blah. The best, being a personal preference. And here are characters that are considered iconic. Okay, so Wolverine. All right, so we got a team of Wolverine. I'm doing the Hellfire Galas, work for it here. Storm. Okay, so it's Wolverine and Storm. I like that. That's a good start. Jean Grey, sure. We actually haven't had many of the X-Men comics who actually had Wolverine, Storm, and Jean Grey on the same team. They've been hanging out in the mansion together, but that's been a little bit rare. So Wolverine, Storm, Jean Grey. We got Cyclops on the list now. Rogue. Okay. Three women, 2 men. That's pretty diverse. And of course, many other characters. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so a team of 5. And it is pointing out Colossus, Nightcrawler, Beast, and many more. Okay, compelling group dynamic. All right. Well, last question. I feel like I'm going to break ChatGPT here, but how can Marvel you know what? Let me just go to put into prediction mode. Will the 2023 Hellfire Gala be, meaningful, good, interesting? How about interesting? Will the 25 be interesting? Okay. Will it be interesting? What do we have to say? Okay. Ooh, it's taking a while. Oh, as a language model, I do not have information on future events or know what specific plans may have for the 2023 Hellfire Gala. However, the Hellfire Gala is a highly anticipated event in X-Men comics. Bullshit. Okay, you lost all your credibility. They've been filled with intrigue, drama, and surprises. Okay, the 2021 Hellfire Gala crossover event was generally well received. Lies. Focused on high fashion, political intrigue, mutant storytelling. It doesn't say what happened, though. Based on the success of previous Hellfire Galas and the ongoing popularity of the X-Men comics, it's likely that 2023 Hellfire Gala will also be an interesting and entertaining event. Fans can expect to see their favorite X-Men characters dressed in extravagant fashion, engaging in political maneuvering, and facing the unexpected challenges and surprises. Hellfire Club has long been a source of tension and intrigue in the X-Men comics, and Hellfire Gala is sure to provide plenty of drama and excitement for fans. Well, there you have it, folks. AI is not going to be taking over anything anytime soon. So there you go. All right. Well, artificial intelligence, what can it do? Okay. Clearly not enough. But what do you think? Is this the future of comics? I wonder if I just write a Marvel Comics X-Men script. What happens? Does it do it? Unfortunately. Okay. He's not capable of writing it on its own. All right. Okay, wait, he's providing an outline. Oh shit, he's the legacy of hang on, it said it can't write it, and now it's going ahead and writing it. All right. Well, hang on. Act 1, the story begins with the X-Men facing a new enemy, a powerful mutant who has the ability to absorb the powers of other mutants and use them against the X-Men. During the fight, Jean Grey senses something strange and realizes the Phoenix Force is returning to Earth. They're just going to town. The X-Men must work together to stop the new mutant and figure out what the Phoenix Force wants. Act 2, the X-Men discover the Phoenix Force to return to Earth, search for a new host. Phoenix Force is attracted to the new mutant the X-Men fought earlier, and the mutant becomes a new host for the Phoenix Force. Now the X-Men must work to stop the new Phoenix host before the Phoenix Force destroys the world. Act 3, as the X-Men fight the new host, they discover the Phoenix Force actually trying to save the world from a future threat that only the X-Men can stop. The X-Men must make a difficult decision and sacrifice one of their own to save the world, sure. In the end, the X-Men triumph over the new Phoenix host, but at a great cost. The X-Men mourn their fallen teammate, wonder what the future holds for them. Jean Grey senses the Force is out there waiting for a new host. The X-Men realize they'll always be needed to protect the world from threats and reaffirm their commitment. Okay, very generic, but okay, there's an outline that you can explore. I look forward to comic writers. I look forward to 2024, the X-Men crossover, Legacy of the Phoenix. If this happens, you know exactly where they got it from. Anyway, what do you think of all this? What do you think of AI? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for listening.